Okay, again, I've got this Supersonic that I continue to work through. I've got a strange issue that's arisen. The displays. Now, what's happening is the second digit, the tens digit, is not displaying, but it's not displaying on every single one of the displays. Now, to test the displays, you go into the test menu and you hit the button twice. And once you hit the button twice, each of the displays will cycle through and go through and show you all the segments for all the displays. And you can see it's the same. It's the second, the tens, which is missing on each. Now that implies most likely that there's a problem. So there's a cable which daisy chains all the way across from the board to each of these, and it just daisy chains across. So there's probably a bad connector on the board. So let's have a look through and see if we can identify that. Again, I've never worked on displays before, so this will be a first for me. Like many things, we're going to learn as we go along. I have actually gone and pulled out the schematics, so I'll put that up on the screen so you can see it. When I look at this, it looks like the tens digit is controlled on plug J1 on the MPU board and pin number 5. So if we have a look at that and go again to the other schematic which has got all the connectors on it, and you go to the MPU board J1 and you have a look, pin number 5 goes, there's 5-0, there's a color which is white and 0 is no trace. So we're looking for pin number 5, which has got a white wire coming out of it. So let's turn off the game. Let's have a look. It's either a problem with the connector or the solder joint at the back. Okay, so what I've done is I've unplugged J1 and then I've plugged a tiny little plug, simulates like a pin, into into hole where pin number 5 would be, which is where the digits are. I've connected this up to my multimeter, the other end. I've got it on continuity, so if I touch the little silver tab at the back, I get continuity and a beep. And then what I've done is I've gone across to where the white wire without any tags on it, so just a pure white wire which goes into pin 1 goes to, and you see it on the display. And if I touch the little pin at the bottom, I get continuity, and I can do that with each of these, with each of the displays in turn, and I get continuity for each one, which implies that it's not a problem with the connector. It's probably a problem with the actual solder joint on the board. So I'm going to take the board out quickly and have a look at that solder joint. Okay, I got the board out. I've got the multimeter set onto continuity, so it beeps every time there's a connection. And then I'm going to hook on to pin 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, as if it was plugged in. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let me zoom in. We've got the one lead connected to pin 5, which is the one that drives the tens. If I go to resistor 92, I get a continuity check. This resistor simply goes across to this capacitor C63, which then goes to ground, it looks like. It's a very simple circuit, and the connectivity between the pin and that resistor is good, which implies that the solder joint is good and the trace is good. What I might just do quickly is just reflow some of these headers. So that's the simple fix done. I don't know if that's going to make any difference because the continuity was pretty good. I might also just repin that connector just out of curiosity. It's much more likely to be the case, even though I've tested it. Let me go and test this board in one more time, and then if that fails, I'll redo the connector pin number 5 and see if that makes a difference. Okay. Okay, that's the board in. Let's see if that has made any difference and see if we get our 10s. That's already looking better. Let's put that into test. Again, we hit the test switch twice. Yep, that looks like it's working. Test switch twice. Look at that. That's an easy one. So it must have been a simple dry solder joint. Got that fixed in about 10 minutes all up. So if you want to keep learning from my mistakes, you can subscribe, you can hit the notification, you can comment, you can do what you like. Thanks very much for watching, and until next time.